I think one of the biggest things that the beekeeping industry can do to help the crisis is support beekeepers in getting more bees. Because if there's more bees, there's going to be less of the pollination check, if you will. The money that they're getting paid for pollination will be less important, and beekeepers can focus more on honey and pollination within the region, as opposed to a big paycheck that is going to have them crossing the United States for a pollination check. I think that most people don't understand how important bees are to our crops, and the fact that we are trucking bees around from one crop to another crop, for example, from blueberries to almonds, is in and of itself extremely unhealthy. And so when they get to an almond crop, for example, they sit there for 4 or 5 days and they're fed sugar water because the almonds aren't blooming. And then there's 3 or 4 times as many bees that need to be there. So the bees essentially are starving when the blooms even bloom. And then they sit there another 4 or 5 days after the fact with no blooms, and they're fed more sugar water. So you can only imagine what it's like if your community were to eat corn sugar or McDonald's for a couple of weeks straight. And I don't think people really understand that the whole commercial pollination aspect of beekeeping has as much to do with the die-offs as perhaps pesticides.
I think it's a good start to a situation that is very important to the beekeepers. I think that we need to find why our honeybees are having such a hard time living. People need to recognize that there is a problem and to do what they can to help wherever they can, like your pesticides, your herbicides. Try and find natural ways to get rid of those situations instead of just spraying first.